there.
Sorry.
I don't see a lot of street parking there normally. I don't know if that's something.
Where at?
Just north of the parking lot on that east-west road. Is that leave when it curves?
Oh yeah,
There's
into
no
the
garages
community.
that exit there.
Right. Yeah,
And I
there's a
don't-
lot of space there.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're technically allowed to open up parking on the county road on the
No.
south side for access, right?
Okay.
So we
No.
can't advertise that as parking as
People
far as
do
I'm
park.
concerned. Yeah, but we can't, like, as the
Right
event,
there.
I don't think we're supposed to say, go ahead and park on this county road.
No, not
So-
the county road, to the
In the
Right
neighborhood.
outside, yeah. Uh-huh.
to the north of.
Yep, absolutely. That's where we'll kind of have the entrance to the whole event, yeah. And that's where the parking will be.
Could we line up food trucks that we're saying?
Yeah. Or even on
Block it off.
McClellan. I mean, it might be a little bit of a walk, but at least they'd be there.
I mean, then you don't have to leave and come back.
Lose a parking spot,
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
and you know, little
Wouldn't
kids.
be bad. That's not that far of a walk. It's right there.
McClellan, or we do have our
Access road.
crushed
On the
asphalt
south side.
road that they could pull into.
Okay.
It's on the backside of the ponds, but that also
Yeah.
would give more flow to the whole event, people in and out fishing.
Mhm.
Okay, those
Yeah,
are good
there is
ideas.
that little pathway, you just have to remove the fencing, that gate thing. But Kiwanis usually they usually hand out water bottles and donuts. But they need to,
They will be doing that in the morning just for the fishing event, yeah.
yeah. But I think the food trucks would be better because people with food allergies, it would be better for them to have more than just, sugar going down everybody's throat, so.
Okay,
What kind of advertising do
Oh,
we
wait,
do
I'm
for
sorry,
this?
do you like that?
Do we just post it on
Oh,
Facebook
you're lucky.
or can we create a flyer and give it to different businesses?
yeah,
Just so
absolutely.
we can get it.
We can put it on the recreation website. We put it on all the social media. We put out a town newsletter, so all this information can go in our town newsletter, all this information from our side.
The one last week.
Yep.
The town news.
Cause this is stuff I don't follow, so.
Yeah.
I'm like a
Sure.
small
It went out in the-
portion
Okay.
of.
Yeah, it
some of
went out in the
community
town
doesn't follow this
newsletter.
stuff, so
At least the primal information that is happening on that day.
Okay.
did. But then we'll have more on Facebook and stuff for people to follow on.
Okay, can we create a flyer though and put it in businesses? Like, I know the breweries have boards or.
Yep.
Well, Jen has a board they put stuff on.
Yep, absolutely. We've done that in the past. We put a lot of stuff at the Boys and Girls Club because that's where
Yeah.
crossover, a ton of
Schools, just
crossover
makes
in the
sense.
schools.
We can always get
Yep.
stuff out early. Like, I think if we get this one out really early, we could make it a really
That's
right.
powerful event.
And that's what I'm saying. If we get the flyer ready
Okay,
for Arbor Day, that's a month away. If we have those flyers at the Arbor Day event, then we can
Right.
get them out to everybody sequentially after
that's
that.
great.
Just give me the details and I can type that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, super easy.
Okay,
Okay,
sweet.
Good there.
So yeah, and as we get closer and we're kind of dialed in, I will set up that meeting
Okay.
with Rich, and then we can move forward after that and get the event planned.
yay, that'll be great. Thank you.
Sweet. Okay,
I was gonna say the next Kiwanis Club meeting, because they welcome people like we do. It's the 18th. At
Okay.
7 o'clock at Zion's Church.
Okay.
It's next Tuesday, the 18th at 7 o'clock.
will you put that in, just reply all in one of the emails that we've sent out, like the meeting agenda? Just reply all to that, because that's something that I might want to attend just to meet
So
everybody,
you
because
want
they're
me to
doing.
send you a reminder, Billy, of the next Kiwanis Club?
Yeah, Yeah, just so we all
have.
have that in the email string so that anybody can access it.
Yeah, anybody's welcome to come. I mean, they're always welcome to have, new people, just to be aware if you
Of
do
course.
come, they will try to recruit you.
Uh,
They always do.
I've
They
got
always have
got
flyers.
enough to do already.
The last time I went to
Yeah.
one, you guys were still having them at the hotel. That was a long time ago.
That was, we tried to do the Boys and Girls Club and then they wanted to charge us, so we were like, no, yeah, but that's when I first started, was when that hotel,
Yeah.
until the new owners came in and wanted to charge us.
Yeah.
So
Did everybody get the email
Yep.
at the appreciation dinner?
So this should have been sent out to everybody And I hope everybody RSVP'd if you can make it.
I want to know who, so I'm not the only
Jordan?
one.
I got
Going.
it.
I'm going.
I'm going.
Oh, of course,
You can't make it, but
Rebecca has
okay,
to
okay.
go.
We're going. We're going.
Rebecca, Billy, Eric, John. Oh.
Robert.
You're not gonna get a free dinner.
You're not a free dinner
You
man?
need a free dinner.
Well,
Okay.
I think last time it was a potluck at Sparge.
If you reply today, you can still go.
Yeah, today was
We
last
know a person that can take that reservation.
Oh, okay. Well, Rebecca will give you your.
Yeah.
award
Do we have a
next time.
picture of
It's
View Point
easier.
Park? I'm trying, I can't find one.
Probably not.
What?
Yeah.
We don't.
We've been working to get.
We could get one at Speak.
Or do we have a tree? Like a picture of the one that we did in 2018?
Oh, maybe. We could work on that though.
Wait, tell me where-
Here, let me-
Identify. Okay, I
let
don't
me-
know.
Hold on, let me write that in the notes for action. Okay. Let's get back on track here. So for I'm just gonna go back to Arbor Day. You want a picture
Yeah.
and then maybe last year success picture?
Mhm.
And we'll just kind of tie it in.
Just
That'd be
something that can go at the top and
That'd be great.
people can identify it and see. But
Okay.
yeah, that is.
I did tell the gal from the town that we had to reply to, that we would be sitting at the same table, so we're not all, because I went a couple years ago when they first started this, I think, when they first started this, and all the boards pretty much sat together at one table so that they're not going him and her and him and
Sure.
all across just to let you guys know, it's better to sit all at one table.
And I don't know, how do they feel about, well, I can ask that to Gladys since she did volunteer for a while. I don't know. I'll put that out to our staff, but
Okay.
we'll see about that since she did sit on the board for a while. She would be welcomed, but.
Great. Future
Okay.
calendar, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yep.
It's just we don't have.
Let me bring that up.
So I don't have a chance.
Okay, here's the future calendar. So right now we're here. One thing that we did have to move off this one that we wanted originally was Charity was going to potentially come speak on behalf of the impact fees and cash in lieu and how that all works. Figured this meeting was going to be a little bit long for someone to speak, and Laurel and I had a quick conversation about maybe making a guest speaker every other meeting so we can kind of get these details that we need to for special events, especially this time of season, done. So this will be a placeholder to see if Charity can come and speak on behalf on our next meeting on May 10th. So I'll get a hold of her. I really wanted to talk about we getting funding for some of the projects started. So I just put the pickleball up one if we want to do the bike racks instead, or if we want to do multiple bike racks, the bike fix stations. If we want to do multiple different funding ideas, how to get funding for the kind of, I was thinking starting with the two smaller projects,
Yeah.
getting that funding, getting those projects rolling. And then as we see the process, then really try to get on with something like the fishing docks and where is that money going to come from, and kind of start small and get that ball rolling. So if we want to do both of those, fine. And again, you guys can edit this at any time. If you come up with something that this is all shared to everybody in this group, you can put an agenda item. If you have a speaker you want to come in, feel free to put an email. Hey, I added this to the calendar. I'd like to see everybody have, more things brought prior to, so I can fill the agenda a little earlier. And then we really need to work on that and get, that's kind of a goal of mine, is to have something in place so we can look at it in the next month and maybe even just approve that, or worst case, just talk strongly about a finalized product for what we want.
That'd be great.
So,
Okay.
so that's the next meeting.
Did we want to move the mission vision on again one more.
Yep,
Talk about it.
yep,
Yes.
thank you.
For the funding thing,
I'd do that.
I've raised or have $1,300 ready for the skate park. That's enough for one truckload of concrete. I think we need 2.5 truckloads to get our stuff done, so
What is happening?
$2,000
Sorry, Robert.
needed to get the skate park done.
To complete it, okay.
Use your keys to that.
I don't know what's going on with my computer. It won't let me use Excel.
I'll do it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, can we discuss a little further when we talk about the, let me bring this back up. So that's the last actual action item or anything that we need to review and discuss when we go to the board members. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can, fully focus on.
Robert, how are you doing on time?
Okay, let's get through this. I'll go quick then. Announcements. Just some big things in parks. We tore out a huge portion of the infield on the south baseball field at Wellington Community Park. And that's going to grant us the ability to play actual full-size baseball there. So we're in the final phase, redid all the irrigation, did a whole bunch of work internally with, and also subcontracted out some work to do. We repurposed the turf that was taken, ripped out spaces in the outfield that were bad and had them put in. So that field is almost fully refurbished from all the winter kill last year that was still trying to regrow. So that field should be in really good shape. So that's a big thing that the Parks Department and the Recreation Department has been working on. A lot of physical labor there. And that'll give great opportunity as the high school expands. When their baseball programs expand, we have a facility for them to use, especially off season when CHASA doesn't allow them to group up as a high school. They're not allowed to do that as an organization, but they can rent our fields and make whatever team they want. And then conversely, if we have a field that they want to rent for a tournament, we'll hopefully be able to use their fields in turn. So kind of a handshake. So we made that decision to kind of open that up to be more accessible to everybody in our community as we grow for that age group. So most of those kids are just going down and playing at Pooter, right, with all their friends there, but it's going to grow up here. So that's a pretty cool thing that we've been working on in the Parks Department. And then starting this week, turning on irrigation. So it's going crazy for the actual Parks Department right now. Any other thing you can think of? I mean, we've really been working on just getting all of our amenities ready for scheduled use. The other cool thing that we did, we got the okay to buy a robot painter.
R2T2.
His name is R2T2 as of now. It's a field striper. So instead of someone physically driving a field striper over all of our fields, you set the field one time, and every time you drop this robot on the field, it goes and paints for us. So one person can start mowing and paint at the same time. So it's basically doing the work of 2 or 3 people, because to paint, you have to have someone hold the string lines down, you have to mark the corners, and this thing is dialed in perfect. So the corners are perfect on every single field. It's slow, goes over bumps. It actually saves paint. So in the long run, it's sustainable as well as fiscally responsible for our staff that we currently have.
It can do something that literally took me and one other person 6 hours the other day in under an hour.
Wow.
So,
And that was just
And
the
that just
first
takes one
time
person.
setting it up.
Yeah.
So once it's got the fields all lined out,
oh yeah, it'll do our entire set of fields in under 2 hours.
incredible. It'll be really cool. So we're going to do some videos and post up, but if anybody wants to see it in action, we currently have it, but it will be training on the 20th, so we can start using it after the 20th. And the other cool thing is you can design anything. It comes with an iPad. So like anytime we do a park and play day, they showed us some of these, like kids come in and they'll draw a maze, and whoever wins the prize of the maze at the next park and play day, that painter will paint the maze and the kids can go through the maze. We can use it for any events in Centennial Park where the vendors have to stay within a specific area. It will paint lines automatically every single time without anybody going out there. It'll mark sprinkler boxes when we're doing aeration. Like this thing is going to help us out a ton. So really cool. So that's a fun thing that Parks is doing. Yeah. Big win for technology, right? R2T2. If you guys have a different name, it hasn't been approved and stamped yet, but we do have to put googly eyes on it, says Kelly Hodowitz. So
Got it.
okay, so park side, recreation. You want to give update?
Yeah, we have registration just open for all of our summer sports, which is awesome. Spring sports have all kicked off. Yeah, because baseball started, or adult softball started today. And they're going finally. Thank you, weather. Keep hoping we have good weather. Yeah, taekwondo is starting off well. We actually have a lot of registrations, which is cool. It's a new program that started 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We've got a lot of new staff coming on for seasonals, and a new marketing intern position posted, which would be super cool. We think that'll be like a really good professional development opportunity for people, because it's kind of just come in and run an entire marketing campaign for an entire department. So yeah, we're super excited. We've got some good applicants already and things are running. Shout out to our team who's been stepping up
Outstanding
during all of this pre-season chaos of trying to get fields up and paint out and fields ready and touching things that we haven't touched since October. So they're all doing phenomenal, making sure we're ready to go.
Is there
We actually clean out all that fun stuff.
my kids love the recreation programs and they're in soccer right now and they're having a blast. Is there something that you guys do currently, or is there something that we could do to thank the volunteers that are coaching? They're awesome.
Yeah, that's actually funny you say that. We have a meeting tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, we have a meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
Jesse and Holly have been kind of taking on this.
They're our assistant.
Yep, they're the
Assistant
two
rec
assistant
coordinators.
rec coordinators, but they've been taking this on. It kind of started as like just a rec volunteer thank you, like barbecue thing.
Yeah.
And it's grown to potentially having all of the town's volunteers. So like Public Works can have anyone, like that person who came and
And
helped
you
with
all,
that bike, the BMX track.
Oh, yeah.
So since they work with Public Works, they would get an invite. You all obviously, so like boards will most likely. Anyway, the whole decision and all that, like the meeting is tomorrow. So perfect timing to ask that
Okay,
question.
good. Because they
Yeah,
do such
we're
an
doing a
amazing
barbecue.
job.
Yeah, so yeah,
We'll do-
and we've got some cool stuff.
we got cool
planned-
stuff planned out
planned
for it.
too. I don't want to like
No,
do
no, we
spoilers or
can't.
be like throw too much out.
You
before it's all
can't, no,
solidified,
it'll
so,
be fun.
Okay,
but
great.
yeah, they're working really hard and they've got an awesome plan for it.
We've got it all planned, Trustee Daily.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go quick. Open spaces and trails. I don't have too much there. I do have contacts with some people. I'm looking to get some native mixes just to start regrowing some of the areas around rehab areas. I think everybody sees it around the trails. I don't need to get into specifics, but as far as trails go and natural spaces, open spaces, I'm working on getting some native mixes into those areas to rehab. Yeah.
Trails, are we gonna try to do a meeting later this year with Bob and?
Yeah, so
Ryan?
because Bob was on the calendar, let's put him back on as in every other one. I had spoken to him. He wants to come in and talk to us about whatever that is, but we'll, I'll want to sit down and make sure he's ready. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Trustee Daly.
I really hope everybody can make it to the volunteer dinner. So we already talked about that. So we really appreciate everybody, of course, very much so. The other thing is the watering restrictions are coming on soon. And I'm sure staff will appreciate this too, is there's going to be a lot of outcry and concern that that Wellington parks are watering outside of restrictions. So as you guys as advocates for parks and rec, if you have the understanding that generally that's testing purposes and it's non-pot water, if that's the case, just make sure that you spread the correct information, or if somebody asks you that you have immediate response. But otherwise. you
Call
have to
me.
respond. Yeah,
Just point them in my direction.
Yeah.
If you don't have, the correct response, just say,
Yeah.
hey, we talked about this, but
right.
here's your contact. Go ahead and speak with him
Yeah.
and I will know everything going on and the reasons behind it.
People will be a little upset or concerned. But just so you can let them know that everybody has intention.
Are they doing the signs again? that you
Absolutely.
talked about last year?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna do
Yep.
all the things.
Yep.
for sure,
We
yeah.
also have an irrigation updates page on our website, which wasn't super like maintained last year, but with
Well,
the
it will
new,
be.
with the new marketing intern, that thing will get updated daily, if not weekly. So, or
Fantastic.
weekly, if not daily.
Yeah. Yeah, so just be aware of that, because that people might hit you up for that, just knowing who you are and what board you're on, so.
Great.
Okay. Board members.
Show me the money.
There it is.
That's it.
I would call it the $1 million question, but don't we all wish, right?
So yeah, I got, like I said, 1,300 enough to do a truckload. All donated money from
Okay.
past workers and friends and stuff, so. How can we go? How can we get it? going?
So I think, advice from the board and, the members here, we did have that as part of one of our goals, right? To do safety upgrades there. I think going over it for the good of kind of everybody in here, it'd be nice to always put more on our plates because we have a lot, but it would be really cool to do another site visit and you just give us your vision of what's going to happen there. And we can just make it a 15-20 minute talk about what it's going to look like. And then, if we approve that, I can hopefully find that in the budget. Like we've had that discussion, it comes out of a certain allotment that I have for those kind of improvements. And I will say we have already had a couple things happen, one at the playground at Wellington Community Park
And
that I'm
another
still
one
trying to
that
get,
just happened.
and another one, two at WCP that need to be addressed definitely before we open the splash pad, but just because that's when the majority of the kids come back. And unfortunately, playgrounds are not cheap, but if it's something that we all want to do as a board, absolutely. We'll figure it out.
I guess sooner is the better for
Sure.
us. You really, summertime is gonna be tough again, because everybody I know is in construction, that's when they ramp up all their stuff too.
So that viewpoint meeting is a viewpoint skate park meeting
So that'd be perfect.
next Monday?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is? Okay, great.
What else?
That's all I have. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
great.
I would just like to ask everybody to respond to the email. So if something gets sent out, maybe just give a response of got it or just something, some type of response, just make sure everybody's getting it.
Did you have an email address?
Huh?
Just that you have an email address?
Yeah, just just make sure everybody's getting stuff. I think we're gonna continue to have more emails and more, just info getting pushed out, and that way we just know everybody's got it. And then my second thing was, does everybody, I can't remember, I apologize, but does everybody have a binder with the information? Okay, so Natalie,
I use this.
okay,
And then we'll need one for,
Teresa.
and also potentially, because hopefully we'll get one posted soon, might as well do it.
Okay.
I would live one.
Trustee Dave.
Okay,
Create more
absolutely,
work.
absolutely. So how, is there still extras in the office, or how can I assist?
I haven't seen any,
There might be, no.
there's not in the rec shed.
They'd be on your desk.
They're not on my desk. Mine is.
They used to be on my desk. I put them on your desk.
I don't, they're not under my desk. They're definitely not on top of it. Mine's there, but
So do we have a way to make copies?
I
and
can.
get
Yep, I'll use mine and
figured
get it. Yep,
out? Okay, that'd
yep.
be
All
awesome.
action item for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry,
How many do we need? 3 total?
4.
4 total it is.
Trustee Daly, yeah.
I was trying to forget that, but
I have lots of binders.
You do. I was just gonna say that. I was like. yeah,
Everybody
one's
needs
for
more
this board, this
binders.
board, Oh, and this board.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Well, Eric just mentioned we'll get binders so people can take notes or do whatever, but it will also be a digital version we can all access, similar to the calendar or the future meeting calendar.
I'll take that. I don't need actual.
That'd be great.
That's what I was saying. I was like, if I was in yellow shoes, I'd be like, no binder. Thank you.
But I think,
I just like it for quick
I
reference.
just threw
from right
binders
here, but
away.
Yeah.
That's why I always have my phone, just so you know, I'm not doing phone, like weird phone stuff. I'm looking. Just so everybody-
cool.
That's what I was doing.
Let me
I
put
was
that on my
going
action
through all
items here.
those emails and going back to all the files and stuff like that. when we were talking tonight.
So I think it's nice to present a hand one to the new, so like the three of them say, welcome, this is for you, you're part of this.
Yeah.
But for Trustee Daily,
And then we just need to update, we can get updates for.
I'm always on the website, the forums and all that.
I try not to
For everybody.
unless
Yeah.
I really
Yes.
the front.
okay,
That should be
So-
hopefully easy.
I
digital
try to have a
and
bunch-
binder.
I paid to have Microsoft systems on my phone. so-
Bye.
See you, Robert. See you, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Yes.
Monday.
See you Monday.
To the owl, it's funny. He's like,
Okay.
Oh, does anybody have anything else?
I just checked my schedule and I may or may not be able to make it to Arbor Day because I just booked, I forgot that I booked somebody on Saturdays. So if they can't move that date, then I'm sorry that I can't make it to my first event. But I will make it to whatever weekend the fishing derby and the kids park day is.
May
Okay.
20th.
Sorry,
Yep,
I
it is
just
May 20th.
expanded my business to where I want to have it open for Monday through Saturdays instead of Monday through Fridays.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
So, and as well as other services. So if
Excellent.
you guys know that I own my own, I've been owning my own cleaning services. And I say services, 'cause I've done a lot of other services for the past over 5 years, since 2018. So,
cool.
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, so that you can mark that down, that the fishing derby and the, we'll just call it what it is. It's the kids to park day is the 20th of
is
May,
May 20th.
Yep.
Okay.
the 20th of May.
And just to let you guys know, it is in the morning sometime. I think he has like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Yep.
And we usually showed up like an hour before. So, and all the kids get free, like, he always gets like 100 free fishing poles from one of the outdoor stores in Fort Collins or Shields, I guess, up in Cheyenne. I haven't been up there and I've lived here for like
It's in Johnstown.
11 years. Is that?
It's in Johnstown. Shields.
Oh, I thought it was up in Cheyenne.
It's on
I
34,
heard it's like
25.
this huge thing. to
It's
take your
monster.
kids, They have like recreational.
Yeah.
They have dog trainings there.
Do we have any
There's
other
everything.
items?
Yeah, anything else before we can
adjourn?
end?
Good.
Okay,
Okay, great.
meeting adjourned
Adjourned.
at 7:21.
He'll stare at the fish forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dog
Okay.
does too, yeah.
Yeah.